continuing my series of Python videos for educators and physics students. Okay, so here we are. This is my series of things that you can do with Python in introductory physics courses. I aim this series, the whole playlist is down below. I aim this whole series for educators, but students may also find it useful. I myself am still learning, and I'm a student. So we're going to do something a little bit different and also very powerful today, and that's looking at an RC circuit. So imagine I have a battery, a resistor, and a capacitor, and a switch, and the capacitor is initially in charge. I close the switch, and I want to, find the voltage across the capacitor as a function of time, or I want to find the current as a function of time. Whatever you want, we can do everything. So we do this problem in introductory physics courses. You can set this up and integrate. It's the first one of the early differential equations that they encounter. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it numerically. And so let's just start off with the loop rule. So in circuits we have the loop rule. And this says if I start right here and I go around the loop, the current should add up. The voltage should add up to 0. So let's call this I. Let's see if I go that way. Let's go this way. I'm going to go this way. So let's go this way. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go across the battery, and that's going to be, since that's the positive side, that's negative, so I'm going to get a negative VB. The battery, the voltage, I'm calling VB. So I get delta V loop equals 0, and that's going to be negative VB. And now I'm going over here, and I'm going, actually, I shouldn't go that way. Let's go this way. I changed my mind. Okay, let's go this way. So it's going to be plus VB. And then I'm going to have the voltage. So if I have positive charges flowing, this side's going to end up being positive, and that side's going to end up being negative. So once I do that, whatever voltage across that capacitor is going to be, it's going to be final minus initial. So it's going to be negative some value. And the voltage across the capacitor is Q over C. So it's going to be negative Q over C, where C is the capacitance of the capacitor. And then finally, I'm going to be going in the same direction as the electric current. I'm going to cross the resistor, so I get minus IR equals 0. So this is the equation that we want to solve. And the thing here is that VB is constant. That's the battery, the voltage. Well, I don't know what I want to solve. Let's solve this for the current first, and then we can find the voltage. So the charge is not constant, right? The charge changes on the plate. As time goes on, more charge builds up, so this value is going to get larger. And as this value gets larger, then since that's constant, I has to get smaller. So I also depends on t. So we have two things that depend on t, and that makes it difficult. But we can do this all in the charge domain, because there is a relationship between I and Q. So remember, we can define I as delta Q over delta T. It's the rate of change of charge. And if I put that in up here, I get the following. VB minus Q over C minus delta Q over delta T R equals 0. Now what I want to do, I'm trying to think the best way to, I can't remember the best way to do this. I'm trying to look real quick. The best way to do this. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. And I'm going to solve for delta Q. I want to solve this equation for delta Q. So I'm going to add this to both sides. So I get delta Q over delta T R equals VB minus Q over C. Right, because let's add that to the other side. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by delta T. And I get delta Q equals, I'm going to divide by R. I get VB minus Q over C delta T over R. And this is really important, because this tells me how much my charge changed. But it's wrong, right? Because I can't just do this for 10 seconds, because during that time, Q is going to change. So Q is not constant. So I can't put in 10 seconds and expect to get a reasonable answer. However, if I put a small delta t, let's say delta t equals 0.001, and in fact that may even be too big, then over that time interval, I can assume that Q is constant. If I assume that Q is constant, I can calculate delta Q. And then I can do it for another 1/1000th of a second. And once I know delta Q, I can say, let's call the initial Q Q1. on the plate. After that time, we have Q2, and I know that Q2 is going to be Q1 plus delta Q. So here's what I do. I took this equation, I'm going to solve for delta Q. And that's based on, this is going to be Q1. Everything else is a constant except for delta T, which is, well, essentially a constant too. And once I find that, delta Q, I can find Q2. Then I can go back here and put Q2 in here and find delta Q and find Q3. And I can do that and find Q4, I can find Q5, and so forth. So this is a form of the Euler method of numerical calculations. We kind of did this before with the momentum principle, but you can really do this for a lot of different differential equations, not all, but a lot, where you essentially find a derivative and use that to find the next value and then plug things in, and assuming things don't change during that short time interval. So that's what we're going to do. Now, once I know Q, I can find delta. I can find the voltage across the capacitor. VC is just going to be Q over C. Now, what I want to do is to model this numerically. Of course, that means I have to have numbers. So I picked a resistance of 100, capacitance of 0.001, and a battery voltage of 3. And this is the theoretical answer for the voltage across the capacitor. So this is really powerful because, in fact, I'm going to tell you a secret. VB doesn't even have to be constant. I could put a changing voltage there and still this will work. I don't think I'm going to do that today. I'll save that for when we get to LRC circuits. But we're just doing an RC circuit right now. And you could put VB equals 0 and some initial charge right here, and it'd be a discharging capacitor, and I'll do that too. But let's go ahead and jump over to Python, and let's make this happen. Okay. So again, I am using GlowScript VPython, also now known as Web VPython. And this is, you don't have to install anything. It's all in a web page. And that's really great for students. You don't have to worry about dependencies and libraries and modules. Everything should just work. They don't even have to have an account to edit this code and rerun it. That's what I like. Okay, let's get started. The first thing, obviously, I'm going to make a graph. I'm not going to make a visual model of this. There's nothing really to model. So I'm just going to make a graph. Let's make a graph of VC as a function of time. So G1 equals graph. And I have, down below, there's a link to the whole playlist for this Python tutorial series. There is a link to how to make graphs. If you can't find that, just put a comment down below and I read those comments and I will reply. And I'll say, oh, here it is. Or if you don't know how to do something, I'll probably show you how to do it. Not saying definitely. Okay, so graph, I can give it an X title of time in seconds and a Y title of V in volts. I just put generic V because I might be plotting some other things too. Let's do this too. Width equals 400, height equals 200. Otherwise, it'll get too big. Now I'm going to make something to plot, and we'll call this FC is a G curve. Color equals color.blue. I don't know why I always pick blue. I always pick blue. Now we can put our variables. So I have R equals 100, C equals 0.001. T equals 0, dt equals 0.001, VB equals 3. Okay, now I need to, for my loop, I'm going to run it in time. So I need to pick how long should I run that loop. So let's say, oh, I need Q too. Q equals, so this is important, right? What's the charge on the capacitor start off at? I need to say what that is. I can't, if I'm going to use that value, I can't update what I don't have. So I have to have that value to begin with. Okay, so while, let's do t less than 10. I don't know the time constant really well, so we're just going to guess. And the first thing I'm going to do is to do what I said on the paper over here. I'm going to calculate delta Q, dq. So dq equals, I'm just typing in the equation, VB minus Q over C, and I have Q at 0, times dt over R. And you'll notice here that if Q starts off at 0, then this is just V over R times dt. So the battery voltage, which is the current, multiplied by a short time interval, and that will be the change in Q. So that should work. Now I know Q dq, I can find the new q. Q equals q plus dq. Now, this is that trick in Python. Remember, that's not an equal sign. That is a make equal to sign. That says take the value of q, add dq, and make that the new value of dq. Now let's calculate the voltage across the capacitor. I'm going to call that Vc equals Q over C. And so I can plot it, but before I do that, T equals T plus dt. This is the line that I always forget, and if you don't put that in there, the loop will run forever, and that's annoying. Now I can make a plot, fc dot plot T Vc. Okay. Let's run it. Okay, so I think that works. Let me save it. RC circuit 43, 42. I don't know. I had a whole bunch of RC circuits in there, so I'll put a number in there. My time is too long, so let's make that a little bit shorter. Let's do 3 seconds. Let's do a little bit shorter. 1.5. Okay, that's pretty good. So you'll notice this is what works. And I'm going to plot the theoretical solution too, just so we can see. But you'll notice that as time goes on, the capacitor is eventually going to get charged essentially all the way. As Q increases, I decreases, and so it'll decrease in the rate that it charges, but it can't get charged greater than 3 volts. So, okay, let's go up here and say, add another curve. FA equals G curve, color equals color dot red. And this will be the analytical solution, and I'm going to plot that too. So for that, I need to calculate that. VA equals, I'm just going to type in that equation, VB, which is a constant, times 1 minus the e to the negative t over r times c. I think that should work. Now I need to plot that. So FA dot plot T VA. Let's see if that works. No. Missing a right parentheses. V1. So that one goes to that. Okay, I need one more right here. I kind of feel like, if Python knows I'm missing a parentheses, just put it in there. But I know it doesn't know where to put it. It doesn't make those value judgments for me. But still. Okay, so now you'll notice that the two are right on top of each other. You cannot tell the difference. Let's just try to make it different. I'm going to put this at 0.1, which clearly would not be right. Okay, that does not work. So let's do 0.05. Okay. Now you can see that if the time scale is too large, then you can see that they're not quite the same. But even at 0.01, it's probably going to be almost the same. Yeah. So this works really well. If you want to plot the current, you could calculate the current as just delta Q over delta T. If you want to discharge, let's try discharging this. So let's put this at initially. I'm going to take out the battery, so I'm going to say VB equals 0, and then Q is going to be equal to 3. See, V equals Q over C. So Q is V times C, so times C. So it's initially charged and there's no battery in there. And I don't want to plot FA because it doesn't work anymore. Now there is one thing. If I'm discharging the capacitor, then this is going to be, VB is 0. I think it'll work. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it worked. Okay. Sometimes you have to worry about the change in charge in the capacitor, but it all worked out okay here. So this is a discharging capacitor, and it's the same code. All I did was change the battery voltage to 0, and I put an initial charge on the capacitor that was not 0, and that's it. So, and then you could plot this as e to the negative t over RC and show that it works times the initial voltage. But there you go. Okay, so we're going to come back to the same thing when we get to inductors and we do an LRC circuit, which is actually even cooler, but I'll see you then. We're going to do some other stuff before that. Oh, code down below, this code down below, playlist for the whole thing down below in case you want to see it and you want to look back at the old things. And again, let me know if you have any questions.